Welcome back. Okay, this is Filmzero presents the sequels.
The sequels.
This is the important one, fellas.
Yeah, this is
The
the
important
sequels.
one. Once again, I'm Ryan McGinley, and I'm joined by,
Phil Thomas.
Matt Brooks.
and we're going to talk some sequels here. We're going to talk our list, the top three of our lists of best sequels of our time. But
Of our time because we're old.
that's right. But I have to specify this is not the best sequels of all time. This is our
Three of-
list.
What's subjective?
This is our three of our favorites.
These are our personal lists, and a bunch of old guys talking about movies and stuff like that. We have oldish. But Matthew, would you like to start?
All right, so Wilbur's going to do number 3 first for each one of us.
It doesn't matter.
All right,
We'll
let's
count
do
down
number
from 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
3
my-
to 1.
I'm glad we thought this through.
Yeah. So my number 3. See, there was actually a pool of sequels that I really like. So it was hard to me to narrow it down to 3. But for number 3, I'm going to say Dawn of the Dead. George
Okay.
Romero's
Yeah.
second
It's a good one. Definitely a good one.
Dead movie. Actually, I think that's the best in the entire series, personally.
I have to contradict you, my man.
Ooh.
Is that technically a sequel?
Yeah, it's the
Because,
second in the Dead series.
but
Because then you got Day of the Dead after.
Yeah,
But-
the original Dead trilogy is Night of the Living Dead,
Would Land of the Dead be considered?
Dawn of the Dead. Well, then that came out much later.
Right, much.
But the original cycle was Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead. It were the three.
see, I always
first-
thought Dawn was an offshoot of the Living Dead because no one had the rights to Night.
Well, how about for the sake of the podcast, we pretend that it's
Okay, let's
a
pretend.
sequel. Okay, all right.
Okay, so we're pretending.
Well, so this basically it's the second movie in the franchise. That's what. All right. So Dawn of the Dead would be my number 3. I like the whole idea of being in a mall. I think it's a nice. See, like I'm one of those people who doesn't like to be beaten over the head by a political message, whereas George Romero in this movie is a subtle criticism of like consumerism. It wasn't like he was beating us over the head talking about politics, which I don't like because it gets preachy. You know what I mean? Here he's more of like subtly criticizing, consumerism. So I like that. I thought it was suspenseful as far as like the setting, like just basically confined within the mall. I think the acting was good. It's just as far as zombie movies go, I think it's the best zombie movie ever made.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think Dawn of the Dead is. See, and I'm coming at it from somebody who's not as obsessed with zombies as a typical.
You forgot about our zombie porn
Oh yeah.
that we never did, but
Yeah, oh yeah. But
we never did. We
I
had big
like-
plans at the Renaissance Fair, if you remember.
yeah, we were gonna
Years
do
ago,
that.
We were going to
So
do a zombie porn.
Not with us.
Not with us,
With
but we were
hot
gonna we
girls.
were gonna hire. Yeah, we were gonna hire like these girls, and we were gonna
No, it's probably
direct,
best
write
that
and
you guys
direct it.
didn't do it yourself.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but going back to so the thing is, like for instance, like a lot of our mutual friends, like we all know Tom. He's obsessed with The Walking Dead, and I know you guys hate The Walking Dead, right?
I don't hate it. I just never watched it.
I don't. I personally am not a big fan of The Walking Dead. Like,
I've actually never watched The Walking Dead.
it's. I think it gets
I've
redundant.
seen the first episode.
It's like, all right, we go to a town, there's zombies. Another town, zombies.
But Dawn of the Dead
Well-
has a nice little lineage with Walking Dead because Can-Be Effects does.
Yeah, you're right.
And Can-Be Effects, Tom Savini did Dawn of the Dead,
Yeah.
and Can-Be is practically the children
Yeah.
of Tom Savini.
So that's my number 3 is Dawn of the Dead. I think that's it's definitely.
Good one.
If you've never seen it, check it out.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan. Number 3.
Number 3, huh?
Give my stopwatch. How much time do I
That's right.
get?
Well, I'm gonna put Godfather Part 2 as my number 3, and I'm not gonna be long-winded. I'm gonna say it's a better movie than the first one. It raises the stakes as all sequels should. It's got good acting.
Part of the prequel too. Though.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Finally,
got-
I agree with you.
Yeah, like I said before, it raises the stakes. It's got some good acting. It's a travel log. You're going from the Dominican Republic to Sicily, to New York. So it's
See, the prequel part I thought was good. The modern day stuff I thought was kind of boring.
see,
It's like
I
sitting
have
around
to
and,
disagree.
like,
I
business
actually
suits.
find the prequel stuff kind of
Really?
boring, and I like
Really?
the modern day
De
stuff.
So
Niro?
you didn't like the De Niro stuff?
I like the Nero stuff, but I prefer the Pacino storyline.
Really?
Okay.
I like the stuff where you got a brother that's going against the family because he feels he was ignored, blah, 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 I'm
What
done.
about the very young Vito? You know, arriving at Ellis Island. All that.
I think it's picturesque, and I think it's shot well. I think it's kind of a dozer, though. I think it's kind of, you know what? I saw The Godfather Part 2 for the first time about 15 years ago, all the way through, and I found all the stuff that's not relating to Pacino, because I'm a hardcore Pacino fan, be kind of,
Oh, so I'm totally opposite. I think the present day stuff's boring. Like there's like Senate hearings that go on for like 30 minutes where they're like talking about. It's like
Oh, the
watching
Senate
C-SPAN
hearing.
or something.
bottom line, number 3
Fox
on my list,
News.
Godfather Part 2. Phyllis?
Okay, so my third, this is not really in any particular order, but Empire Strikes Back. Yeah,
That
I
was
think
definitely one that I was thinking about.
I
too.
think it definitely supersedes the first one as far as storytelling, as far as action, as far as characters, as far as relationships. I think it just is overall better quality movie. And I'm not saying anything that most people don't agree with. I think a lot of people love Empire. It's their favorite one. You know, and I didn't even know this for the longest time. It was always my favorite, but I never realized that it was the overall consensus of being most people's favorite. I never knew that. So I'm not like, you know, like a yes man. It's just always been like that for me. You know, I just always liked Empire. And yeah, I think, I mean, what can you say about Empire? I mean, it hasn't already been said. It's really tough to say anything.
Yeah,
It starts
I mean-
off incredible, you know, in the, you know, the hot scenes, you know, where Mark Hamill, he was just out of his car accident, so George Lucas, I think, came up with this thing where he was going to get mauled,
That's not true.
and
That's not true.
just to make it look like because his face was different. But true or not, it works because his face does look different in Empire than it does in New Hope. It does look different. Look at pictures back to back, screenshots back to back. His face was entirely different. He had reconstructive surgery from his car accident. I mean, he really messed himself up there, you know, between Star Wars and Empire, you know, messed himself pretty bad. So he had to have skin grafts, and it was just reconstructive. It was crazy. So, you know, even to this day, he doesn't look exactly, you know, he looks more like the Empire Luke Skywalker than he does the New Hope Luke Skywalker even to this day, because that's just what he is now. So, but that aside, you know, I really like the relationship between Han Solo and Princess Leia in that. I think it really comes together. You can really see the dynamic. You know, I'm sure you guys agree with that. I hope you guys agree with it.
You better agree with it.
They were. I mean, it was
No,
fun.
yeah.
It was fun.
There's a lot of good lines. I mean,
Yeah,
it was the opening.
It was fun. It was very
battle
loose
scene,
in the
very
first
good.
one, and the second one, you know,
It seemed more focused.
It seemed more focused. They seemed like they were really, you know, they really cared about each other.
And you know what? I don't want to be. You know, I don't want to bust in on you.
But I will.
A New Hope. A New Hope seemed unfocused, and I think Empire Strikes Back is maybe where George Lucas kind of figured out where he wanted to go with the characters. So that's why Empire is so good.
Now, do you guys believe this? He claims that he had everything written.
Nah.
That's what he claims, though.
Yeah.
He
Everything
made.
was written. He said he wrote it all in college. Everything. Episode 1, 2, 3, all the way through 9. That's what he said.
I don't think that's
I
true.
don't think it's true either. You got metachlorians in the prequels.
I don't.
They never came in.
How come we never heard about metachlorians in the old school?
I think
That's
that's
what I
we
mean,
thought of
yeah.
later.
That's what I mean. And you got her kissing Luke. I mean, so I mean,
He did not have an overall plan. I'm sure Matt
I
you agree.
don't
He did not
think-
have an overall plan.
Now, do you
I don't
think
even think he
when
figured
he-
out Darth Vader was going to be Luke's father.
that's what I was just
yeah,
going to ask.
Yeah.
Until the second one.
Exactly.
We already know when they filmed New Hope that
He
this
had.
was going to be
He had an
father,
idea.
and they
He
were
had
going to be brother and
ideas.
sister.
Yeah.
Were they going to be brother and sister? Because me as a filmmaker,
I think he was
wouldn't
just trying to
make
get a
them-
goddamn movie made.
I wouldn't make them kiss
Yeah.
or have any kind of love interest. It's just weird, you
Yeah.
know, incestuous.
Yeah.
But anyway, because that's my
All right, so let's go to number 2. My number 2 is Halloween 2. Now, Halloween 2 is liked Halloween 2
That's a good one.
almost as much as Halloween. Like the two movies, I think are I think they're both very well done in different ways. Halloween 2 is a lot gorier than the first one.
Very much.
I like the whole hospital setting. I think it's creepy.
Yeah.
I think horror movies affect people in different ways. I have an aversion to hospitals. Like I don't like hospitals.
I don't like them either.
So Halloween 2 always kind of scared me as a kid that it took place in some place that I didn't like. You know what I mean? Like, and it's creepy. There's dark corridors. The hospital is kind of deserted. There's lots of good, pretty cool kill scenes. Like the hot tub scene, I think, is one of the better kill scenes in the whole franchise. There's just a lot of stuff I like about Halloween 2. Now I know, Ryan, you always poop on Halloween 2, but I don't understand why, because you do always poop
Ryan
on Halloween
likes Halloween 2, but I think
you
he's
have
got
like a love-hate relationship with Halloween 2.
Exactly.
I have.
Like, I love Halloween. I hate Halloween 2.
I have a massive amount of affinity for the first two Halloween movies. They are part of my childhood. I'm sure you guys will agree, but I don't like. I mean, okay.
You don't like the gore. I think that's the thing.
I don't
it's
want to.
gorier than the
Once
first
again, I don't want too long-winded because.
I think that's the problem too. Ryan doesn't like gore.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that you don't
Okay,
like gore. is
if
an
they
issue.
would have made Halloween 2 in the same style that they did Halloween 1, you think it would have been successful?
I'm glad they didn't do the exact same style because the problem is.
See, I like subtlety.
Well, yeah, but
I like the Hitchcockian, and Carpenter shot the first Halloween very kind of. Okay.
So it's getting very dark. So we cut it and we lit the patio up. So Ryan's
Ironically, it cut when
Ryan's
I was
going-
talking.
Ryan's going to talk about his number 2. So
What was my number? Okay, Evil Dead 2. Great flick. I don't know what was going on with the rights. They couldn't. They were okay.
that was 1987 as well.
87.
30th anniversary. So many movies that came out in 1987.
Quest for Peace.
Yeah.
But,
movie tavern,
Yeah.
very dental plan.
Yeah.
That'll plan. But,
PC's
okay.
braces, dental
All
plan.
right, I don't want to do all that. It's.
It's becoming more rambling.
But.
Evil Dead 2.
Um,
So what do you like about Evil Dead 2?
I think it's. Once again, okay. What is a sequel? Why do people make sequels? Well, I mean, let's talk about this for about 90
Money.
seconds.
Money.
Why do people make
Money.
sequels?
Money.
Money.
Money and art.
Okay. Evil Dead
Mostly
2
money.
was made for money, okay? Sam Raimi did not want to do Evil Dead 2. They were doing something else, and the something else that they did not do well, and they knew that the Evil Dead property was going to be profitable. So
gold,
they made Evil
Jerry,
Dead
it was
2.
gold.
It was gold. It's gold, Jerry. But, no, I like Evil Dead 2 because, once again, it raises the stakes. It's completely different storyline.
It's more comedy injected into it.
It's more it's comedy / horror. So I'm going to put
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2 as my number
Number
two.
Your second
I've
sequel.
lost track of where we are. Okay, Evil Dead 2. Fellas, go ahead.
All right, Phil, your number 2.
Okay, my number 2, Temple of Doom.
Ooh,
Yes.
that was one that I was thinking about doing. too.
Definitely not the popular opinion for most people because a lot of people don't like Temple of Doom.
No, I like Temple Doom.
Parent groups were outraged when it came out.
I think it's a good one.
It's one of the movies I
What, isn't
believe
it one of the movies that urged
prompted
the
the PG-13
that
rating.
along with Gremlins, right?
Along with Gremlins, yeah.
Yeah.
Both 84.
Yeah.
Well, the Spielberg kids. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Both Spielberg. Spielberg is responsible for
Yeah, I
PG-13.
know.
You know, Temple of Doom and Gremlins.
Yeah.
PG-13.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
You know, it's not R, it's not PG, it's right there
It's
in
right
the
there in
middle.
between. You gotta be 13. Not a kid, but not a 17-year-old.
I
but a
do think
13-year-old.
that Harrison Ford looked the most like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. The hat was working. If you notice, the hat was a little bit
working.
smaller.
The whip was working.
The hat was a little bit
Yeah.
smaller than Raiders of the
Number-
Lost Ark.
yeah, you're right.
It was a different style hat. He looked the quintessential Indiana Jones.
And you said you liked the music the best for the Temple of
Oh,
Doom, right?
I
Yeah.
love the music.
I liked Temple of Doom because I liked the opening with her in the club and
Yeah.
poisoning. And
What's the name of the club?
Ooh.
Hold on.
It's a Star Wars reference.
Oh, is it?
Right.
Club Obi-Wan.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that, actually.
The fanboys know.
Yeah.
Yes. If you knew that, Say you know it.
If we had
We know
thousands
that.
of viewers, Phil, you'd be trolled right now.
The tens
I
of
know,
viewers that
right?
we have.
Yeah.
Well, see, there are downsides to having
Yeah, I
not
know.
many viewers. Nobody can troll and say, "I do not know it's Club
Yeah.
Obi-Wan." Yeah. Well, anyway, I liked it. I like it. I love it. I love the heart rip out.
Yeah, that's a cool story.
Prepare to meet Kali
Kali
in
stuff is good.
hell.
You notice about the.
I like Short Round. A lot of people have a problem with Short Round. I like Short Round.
I
He was
like
in,
Short
You know
Round.
one thing I really liked about that
He was in
movie
Goonies, and I got a Goonies shirt. He's in
was
Goonies.
was that red. The,
Oh,
you know, like
oh, it was
the
a lot of red,
The
yeah.
red, like, light.
We were just
What
talking
does
about
that
red
specify?
last week.
What does that specify? That you're close to
We
hell?
were talking
Just like
about
the
red last week. We were
darkness
watching
evil.
some
Goodfellas.
scenes from Goodfellas and from Mean Streets, and Scorsese uses his red light. And we were talking about in both movies he uses his red light. It was right after you left. We put on 2 scenes, right? And yeah, it's used in Temple of Doom too. A lot of red.
Oh, what is that? What does that mean symbolically?
I don't
fellas?
know if it's
Hell?
symbolic. It might
Yeah,
not be
like,
anything.
Something
It might just
like
be
it's like
a
an
filmmaker
evil
choice or something.
I don't know what it meant in Mean Streets. I definitely know what it meant in Goodfellas. It means that they're kind of teetering on the point.
I don't even think it
of going
means
to
that at
hell.
all.
No,
I think Scorsese likes to use red lights because he used it in Mean Streets and first before.
I don't know what it means in Mean Streets, but I definitely think in Goodfellas it means that they're teetering on the point of going to hell.
So kids, if you've never seen Temple of Doom, watch Raiders first and then watch Temple of Doom because it's awesome. All right, Matt.
All right, my number one sequel of all time is Aliens.
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 Of all time.
Of all
Of all
time.
time.
All time.
All
Really?
time.
Oh.
Sequel. I
Wow.
think it's a-
Okay.
yeah.
Why?
Aliens is I believe it's one of.
I
It's
thought it was
perfect.
T2.
I like T2,
Okay.
but Aliens
I
is
didn't even think of
is a great movie. Like, I think it's pretty much has everything you want. It has great action. It has suspense. It has great characters. I mean, Bill Paxton is an awesome.
Rest
May
in
he
peace.
And
Yeah,
you know
he's
what?
a-
We have
R.I.P.
to give a shout out, and I'm sorry to break in on you. We have to give a shout out to Roger Moore, who passed away.
Yes,
we
Roger
we have
Moore.
not done a podcast since Roger Moore passed away. May he rest in peace. He is my favorite. I don't give a shit what these guys say. He's my favorite Bond.
I'm not a Bond guy anyway, so I
He's a Sean Connery guy.
Yeah.
I love Roger Moore. I'm sorry. go ahead.
All right. Well, so basically, I think the performances in Aliens are great. Like, I love Bill Paxton. Whose name's escaping me now? Who's the guy?
Michael Biehn.
Well, yeah, Michael Bihn's good too. But who's the guy who plays the creepy Wayland executive?
Paul Reiser.
Paul Reiser. I love
Mad-
Paul Reiser. in
Mad
that movie.
about you.
Yeah.
We're mad about
no,
Paul Reiser.
No, wait. Red Oaks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Oaks.
Red
He's
Oaks.
great in Red
Paul
Oaks.
Reiser, and if no
Red
one's,
Oaks.
not to get off topic, but if you've never seen Red Oaks, Paul Reiser and Red Oaks, Amazon Prime series, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Paul Reiser. Like,
It's a great summer series too.
I don't want to. There's so many things about Aliens I could talk about, but I just want to focus.
Talk about a little bit of it.
Yeah. So let's go back to the Paul Reiser character, Burke. I think he's a perfect villain.
Company man.
Well, yeah. See, the thing is, but you don't really know he's a villain until at least halfway into the movie, right? He doesn't come off as being evil right off the bat. He actually seems like he's kind of a nice guy, right?
Mm.
And he kind of lulls you into a false sense of security. You think he's trying to help Ripley. It turns out, he's evil, he's an asshole, but he's not a cardboard cutout villain. Like, the one problem I have with the Avatar, which is the same director, is
Cameron.
well, it's Cameron, but the villains suck in Avatar. Like, they're like cartoonish. Burke is a nuanced character. Like, he's evil, but like you don't really know he's really evil until halfway in the movie. So I think he's a great villain.
And we have to give a shout out because Sigourney Weaver got nominated for an Academy Award for that role.
Yeah, and Sigourney Weaver was awesome in that movie as well. I mean, the whole cast is really good. There's so many great quotes, some great lines. But the other thing I want to focus on, which I think was awesome, was the introduction of the Queen Alien. Now, I think that was a really cool addition to the Aliens universe, where you have something that's way bigger than the other aliens. It's laying the facehugger eggs. I thought the fight between Ripley and the Queen at the end was one of the best fight sequences in cinema history. I think it was great, like a loader and everything, and
That is
get away
great.
from
That
her,
is
you
great.
bitch. I remember seeing
You
that in the theater when I was a kid, and the whole theater erupted when she said that. Like, everyone was like,
You
I still remember that, like, to this day. Like, when she said that line, like, the whole theater just exploded. Like,
I'm
cheering.
sure.
It was great. Like, And that's one of the good things about seeing a movie, like a good movie in a theater. Like,
especially in the
audience.
80s, because the audiences were different back then. They actually reacted more to movies than they do now. But they're like basically like zombies now. So
Yeah.
whatever.
But that, I mean, so that,
half of them look at their phones, checking their Facebook status. So it's like,
yeah.
you know?
But so for me, Aliens is my favorite sequel.
Now, before Ryan starts, I want to say something. I went down to the. I'll take away from your time, Ryan.
Oh no,
But
I need a lot of time.
But I will. No, but my parents took me down to the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia to see this alien exhibit back in the 80s. I think it was 87, 88.
Okay.
And they had the props from Alien and Aliens. And they had, it actually wasn't just Aliens,
the
it was Star
like
Wars too, the loader.
Yeah.
They had it there, and I actually got a picture taken. I stood on it, the one from the movie.
Yeah.
I stood on it, got my picture taken, I saw the pictures. You know? And they had a lot of the model props from the Star Wars movies up until that point. So it was trilogy, the original trilogy at that point.
The good
Empire,
trilogy.
and they had the So back then there was no CGI, so there was all these huge glass cases. I still remember it really well. Huge glass cases with these vast models, huge models, and these were the models that were used in the movies.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I wish they bring that back.
I know. I mean, I don't know where they are now.
Yeah.
I remember going down there and walking around and seeing them. They were taking pictures of it, and the loader from Aliens I stood on. There was a Death Star model that I stood in front of.
Oh.
It was used in, I don't know which one it was.
For the
But
Jedi?
it might have been Jedi, I forget. But
Was it half constructed? Or was it?
I was like 11.
Full
I don't
blown?
remember. I don't remember.
Think.
But it was really cool. When you brought up Aliens, that kind of triggered a memory, jogged a memory of that. So there's something interesting too.
Triggering repressed
Yeah, I know.
One more Aliens thing I want to bring up too. Paul Reiser, the show Red Oaks.
Yeah.
That Paul Reiser's in. There's I think a part in season 1 where they actually go and see aliens.
Yeah, you're right. That was a cool.
Wheeler and his girlfriend go and see aliens in the theater.
They comment on Burke like, I don't trust that guy.
I don't trust that guy.
The guy in the vest.
The vest. Yeah.
A very nice Easter egg.
Yeah, that was
Very
cool.
nice Easter egg.
Yeah.
All right, Ron.
All right. I guess for my number 1, I gotta say, fellas, my list, not the
This is all
all-time
subjective.
list.
I mean, everybody has their different.
I know. I gotta say Superman 2.
Okay.
I
That's a
gotta
good
say
choice.
Superman 2.
Superman 2 is good.
The movie's a mess.
Really?
It really
I
is.
disagree. I don't think it's a mess.
I think it's a mess, and as a sophisticated film goer and as a non-professional filmmaker,
I think most people agree that the second one, at least when I was a kid, all the kids liked Superman 2 over 1. As an adult, I like 1 over 2.
So I still like
But-
2 over 1.
Oh, do you like 2 over 1? Okay. I still like 1 over. I like 1 over 2 now. But
it definitely plays the sequel card very well. It raises the stakes, but the movie itself, I mean, the storyline is great. I mean, I love the idea of Superman giving up his powers to be a regular guy. Long story short, Superman 2 is my number 1 because it applies to that sequel logic that we're always talking about. It raises the stakes. There's the earthquake in the first movie, but you got 3 people from Krypton that have the same powers, and Superman uses his noodle to save the day.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
Oh, so Phil, your number 1 sequel.
Number 1 sequel. It's not the best sequel ever made, but it's one of my favorites. I'm either going to say it's my favorite. I have a lot of favorites. I have a lot of favorites. Okay. It's just one that I like. Okay. It's Rocky 2. The reason is because I feel that it pretty much just, it kind of just completes the first movie. I could look at 1 and 2 as being one whole movie. And as a kid growing up, I just watched the hell out of it. I just watched the first 3 movies. And then when 4 came out, well, I don't want to mention 5. When 4 came out,
I like
that's a bad slip. When 4 came out, I was obsessed with 4 too. But as a kid, 4 and 3, I ate up 4 and 3. As a kid, I ate up 4 and 3. It was like Star Wars cereal in the morning for those movies. But nowadays, I like 1 and 2. 1 and 2, hands down. I see the quality that is so much more than 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are more like flashy action movies. Still very well done, still very fun. I
3
still
and
love
4
them.
are guilty pleasure movies.
They're guilty pleasure movies, but 1 and
The
2
fact of the matter is, and I'm sorry to bust in.
are just incredible. The first one won an Oscar for Best Picture.
That's right.
The second
And it
one,
was
in
the
my
best-
opinion, is just as good. A lot of people won't agree with that, but I think it's just as good, and I see them as both equals. I
That's
see
what
them as
the same
equals.
thing for me from Halloween 1 and 2. You get the same thing.
Same
with
thing
Rocky
here.
and
No,
whatever.
same for me too with Halloween 1 and 2.
Kind of like a continuation.
I see Halloween 1 and 2 exactly the same way you saw it too. I see them as one, and whenever I watch Halloween, I like to watch them back to back because Halloween 2 picks up exactly where
Yeah,
1
and that's kinda what
leaves
Rocky
off.
does.
And
Yeah,
the thing of it is, and I'm going to compare Rocky 2 to Halloween 2, is that when at the end of Halloween 1, when Loomis looks out the window and he's not there,
Right.
it's a great ending. Halloween could have been a winner, and so could Rocky. They could have been a winner because Rocky wins in the end. He doesn't win the fight, but he wins in life.
Who wins in life?
And Halloween could have been a winner. He's still out there,
Right.
stuff like that. But the fans wanted Rocky to win. They fell in love with that character. They wanted Rocky to win. That's why Rocky won in the end of 2. I feel that the Michael Myers character, not that he's lovable, but they wanted
They wanted to know what happened.
They wanted
They wanted
to know what
more.
happened.
They
They
wanted
wanted
more.
Loomis to keep pursuing
Yeah.
him, and they wanted
Right.
an end.
Right.
They wanted because this is the thing that always bothered me about The Empire Strikes Back.
If you keep talking about Halloween, I'm going to want to go in and put it on. So this is tomorrow's June 1st. So I don't want to
And
do
this
that.
is the thing. This is the thing that I realize now about sequels, and compared to Star Wars, and compared to Rocky, and compared to Halloween. So we're melting it all in one big ball, gentlemen. Is that I think people like endings. That's why I feel that when The Empire Strikes Back came out, it didn't make as much money as A New Hope.
Right.
Jedi, when it came out,
It made-
had this gigantic first
Because
weekend.
it was like a
Because people were
conclusion.
waiting, yeah. And Halloween 2 had a big weekend too, and then it kind of teetered off because people saw the film and it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
But the thing about Rocky 2 is that people fell in love with Rocky Balboa,
Mhm.
and they wanted him to win.
Right. But
My mother
not
always said
only-
that it drags during the hospital scene with Adrian.
It does,
When they're in
it
the
does.
chapel.
And that's interesting you say that because as a kid, when I would put that movie on, I'd always hit the fast forward button at that scene until she woke up. Like clockwork, every time I watched it, the fast forward button would go whoop, right through to the point where she woke up.
I knew you'd come back.
Yeah. It just drags. I mean, as an adult, I watch it now.
Well, the Mickey
But as a
scene
kid,
in
I
the chapel is
fast-forwarded.
great. The Mickey scene in the chapel is great.
But as a
when
kid, I
they're
didn't care
waiting
about
for
that.
her to wait.
But as a kid, I
But
didn't
as
care
an
about
adult, you appreciate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do. But as a kid, I didn't care about it. I was like, all right, we're just talking shit in the chapel. So by the time she went, it just, I knew it was going to happen. I already knew she was going to wake up because I've seen it a million times. But just fast forward to the point where she woke up because I knew she was going to do it anyway. You know, and then I would just get on with the movie. So I mean, Karate Kid. They wanted to cut the scene where Ralph Macchio goes in and Miyagi is sharing his war medals with him.
Yeah.
The Valor.
And he's
scene.
drunk, right?
And he's drunk. And
See,
his wife's out in childbirth,
Yeah.
and they were ready to
I
cut
love
that
scene.
scene out.
I love that
And
scene.
the
What
studio
adds-
execs were trying to cut it out,
Well, too, yeah, it had something. To it.
and John Alvison fought for that scene
Yeah.
to keep it in, and he
That's
finally
a
went out and
wonderful
kept
scene.
it in. Yeah,
Because that's an actor's scene.
It is an actor's scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allison fought for that scene. Who also directed Rocky. Allison.
And Rocky 5.
And Rocky 5. Let's not mention that.
Ah, you guys suck.
How about we can do a special crappy sequel podcast and Ryan can
We
talk
should.
about all of his bad sequels: Alien 3, Rocky 5,
Let's do a worse sequel.
Gremlins 2.
You know what? I'm gonna
flip this table.
I'm gonna pull
Let's talk about the
Sinatra.
worst sequels that Ryan likes.
Yeah.
The worst sequels of all time that Ryan actually does like. It's terrible, but I love it.
Guys,
It's
you
terrible.
guys give a
Nightmare
whole
on Elm Street
level.
2.
You guys give a whole level to the news.
Elm
to
Street
the
2
word
and Gremlins
suck.
2 are far superior.
Yeah.
Gremlins 2.
I love Gremlins 2. See, I don't like Gremlins 2.
I like Freddy's makeup in Nightmare 2.
Anyway, so I think we're
meandering.
going
Oh,
to just
okay,
Beatles
we're done.
buzzing
Okay,
around.
okay, all
You're
right.
getting buzzed, Phil.
I'm getting buzzed, getting broomed.
All right. I'm sorry for these guys. I hope you enjoyed me. But no, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you for joining us as always. We gave our top 3, and hopefully we'll see you again, because we like doing this, and we're going to keep doing it. Damn it, I don't care what Matt says. So once again, this has been Ryan McGinley.
Phil Thomas.
Matt Brooks.
We'll see you again soon.